You're welcome back. This is Breakfast Daily, and we are going to have a conversation that is very dear to my heart. Yes, I know. When I say dear to my heart, I mean very, extremely dear to my heart. It's okay to think whatever you want to think. It is fine. But I am talking for me.
Yeah.
It is very
And
dear
you're
to my
talking
heart.
for me too.
Yes. Sunday is Father's Day. Yes. And the conversation we are having now is on Father's Day. Yeah. So sometimes when we talk about keeping the home and taking care of the children, multitasking and all that, we tend to focus on women. But there are some fathers who are going through the same thing. They have to do so much work, provide the needs of the house, also have to take care of children, do so much. Now, how do these men, balance their lives, especially when it comes to work and being a father, being a husband? That is the conversation we are having. And we are very, very pleased to have a father right here with us. David, my co-host, is one already. And we have another amazing father that we love so much. And we are celebrating even ahead of Father's Day. Reverend Benny Oseidia. He is CX HR performance consultant and coach. Happy Father's Day in advance.
Thank you, Prabha. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Today, your introduction has been different. I wonder why.
No, don't wonder why, because the Sunday is a special day.
Yeah.
And we will not take that away from you.
Yeah, I'm sure people are wondering why on earth we are laughing so much. Well, Benny kind of feels like fathers have been given a raw deal.
Yeah.
Even by us at Citi,
Yeah.
saying that we did so much for mothers, and why not anything for fathers? Well, I think that we do believe in fathers here at Citi a lot, and we have a lot of fathers here actually, and so Benny is. We are trying to make it
I'm
difficult.
surprised Benny is so happy this morning, very excited this
It's very
morning.
difficult for him to take a swipe at us.
Yeah.
You know what? No matter how hard you try,
Okay, you finish your sentence.
I think, no, let me first put a disclaimer. I don't know anything about that. But I think, in all fairness, the days that fathers used to not really be present,
Yeah.
I think has been yesteryears. Today, a lot of fathers are very present. A lot of fathers are doing a lot.
Yeah.
And when you look at the degree of celebration we give to mothers, I think that fathers also deserve that level of honor. And maybe the reason why maybe Frema and David are trying so hard to convince us that,
I know the trying bit, but I'm not too sure the hard parts, And I also think that, naturally women operate from a very emotive space,
Yep.
And so there are certain things that will mean different to women and men at the same time.
right.
Okay, and that is where we come from. Women are very expressive when it comes to things like that. Even in marriages, birthdays, how
women take care.
your wife will be talking about, next 6 months is my birthday.
Yeah.
And they have time to remind you every day for 6 months. There's that likelihood that a lot of men will even forget their own birthdays.
Yeah.
Or not pay attention to it.
Not pay attention. And sometimes you realize that your wife even takes your birthday
More
more
seriously
seriously
than
than
you
you
do.
would.
That's correct.
And they celebrate it more than
That's
you
correct.
would,
Yeah.
And I think it runs through
I
when it comes
think-
to celebrating stuff
Yeah.
and days and all that,
Yep. I
so-
totally agree with you. I couldn't agree any less. But I think that it's important to reiterate the principle and the fact that no one has an insulation to honor.
Yeah.
The man might not look interested, but when you honor a man,
Yeah.
they never have an insulation to it.
That's why we are doing
it
that this
affects
morning.
them. I think that maybe
Oh, you want parts?
next year, Citi should do more
Like
for
what?
fathers. I
Okay.
mean, the level to which Citi did, for like 3 years to the time. The noise, it was everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think that it shouldn't be like you said correctly. Maybe men don't celebrate like that, but there are many things that can be done for men that would denote that level of honor.
But you know something, even in-house, okay, the way the women here...
Don't try too hard.
No, I'm not trying. I'm just saying something. Maybe we I mean, there's a conversation that needs to be had. Because what I'm trying to even say is in-house, the way the women, you know, were excited about a portrait of Mama and all that, we're all very interested. Although we did not even qualify to be part of the on-air series. But I told my children, I still want you to write a letter to me, you know, and this is what I'm saying. In this house, I'm even yet to see that excitement from the men, you know, talking about Father's Day, not even as a station, you know. So, for instance, how I was like, David, you know that Mother's Day is coming, so where's my Mother's Day present? You have to give me something. David and I have not even had a conversation about Father's Day. Men are never like that. I think that's what I'm talking about.
And you are right. I think that's why I actually supported that point. Men celebrate differently. What love is to women is not the same to men. What men understand, for example, I mean, if you buy a flower to a man and say, I love you, it means nothing to the guy.
When you find the flower, you'll be very offended.
Exactly, much like Chief. And I had a friend who would say that Isoloboni China na grass, you might see grass, but the China sees pizza and beggar. China is cow. You know, so I think it's a point where, you know, well made. Only that I think that a lot of organizations need to pay attention also to the elements that would actually qualify to what will bring honor to men. I mean, portrait of a mother was very great, beautiful. There's nothing wrong to replicate that even for men. It's
would
portraits.
you guys come?
Why not?
Okay.
Why not?
No, now you're telling us that you will come, so we'll do that. We will do it, and we will see you.
Yes. But thank you. I think I'm glad we've had this conversation. Yes.
So now let's look at balancing, you know, your life as a father.
I think that, like you said, men do a lot today. Men are doing so much. When you take your kids to the park, I think about 80% of the people present are men. Today, a lot of men are dropping their kids to school, unlike when the women have to do everything. A lot of men are really taking up the challenge to show up, to be present. You know, at first, you say Bema Wufia, it means that Ubia or Yedide, someone who is doing a lot of noise, and, you know, Ubia or Kompema, Slut Agumbia, and Bema, all those nonsense, you know. But today, men are showing up. I think that also as a father and as a priest, let me put it in that context, it's very ideal to understand the mandate that fathers have. You know, fathers are first and foremost kings that are mandated to be able to guide and to govern their homes. That is why when you get married, they call the man the groom and then the woman the bride. Because the groom has a mandate to be able to shape in the household, starting from the woman they get married to. Then the father is also a priest representing his family before God, and also a prophet representing God to the family. So these three levels of mandate that comes into father, which means source, is very, very important. And when you are a father, you understand that yours is not just to work hard and provide, but there are other mandates that you have that you need to show responsibility for. Now, in doing that, you don't also, you know, leave ajar the very things you do that helps to be able to supply and support your family. This is why it's important that as a father, you must be present. Now, the day has 24 hours. And it is split 8 hours equal. So there's 8 hours for work, 8 hours for sleep. The other 8 hours, whatever is filled with, in there must be something that balances your life to ensure that you are present also for your children, present for your family. I was listening to a documentary just this week about Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan has, you know, made so much for himself, you know, world acclaimed actor, producer, done so much. But then his son started going through a lot of challenges, you know, since 2015, 2016, with, you know, with drugs, you know, going to jail, and so many of those things. And he was now blaming himself that one of the challenges he thinks cost this is, but he's never been present. He spent actually over 2/3 of his life on set and never there for the child. If you can do all this and amass wealth to about $350 million US, then you come out because you're losing your home and say that now I want to give it to charity because I don't think I want to give this to my children. Then what is the use of putting in that so much work? And I think that finding the balance is very critical in whatever you do, and that is the conversation we're having here today.
I think sometimes, they want to do it. There are things that you sit down, I have to be there. I have to do this. I have to do that. But a challenge that comes with it is trying to put a plan to your life, trying to be able to make a move from the thoughts, from the talking, and then acting it out. How do you, as a man, with all the responsibilities on you, with everything you want to achieve, you want your children to go to good schools, you want the home to be the best place, you want to live in a nice house, you want to provide, for the children. How do you do this? How do you balance? What kind of conversation must you have at home? And even with madam, and even with the children, how do you start?
See, you can make all the money that you want today. When you are 60, and there will be no need for you to be out there running around, then you see the importance of paying attention to your family. You can make all the money, ignore them. Make the millions, buy the best cars, live in the best houses. There are people today, as we speak, they have mansions that even their own kids, they thought they were working for, are not sleeping in those houses. They are in jail homes, jail houses. They are in prisons. So what is the use? See, we need money. I said here the last time I visited that, see, you make money. Money is important as a man. When you enter a room, it's never about your beauty or handsomeness. It's about the value you bring. And it's not enough to just be present also at home without the l'argent. You need it. So the hard work is important. But the point we are making is that wealth and riches are the fruits of life. The root of life is family. You can never. See, if you fall today, God forbid, that you die today, Citi will find a replacement.
I mean, the show will go
but
on.
your children can never find someone to replace you. Even if your wife remarries, even if your wife does so much, all right, and remarries and get someone to be present, get someone to try, it is still not the same.
Of course.
If you die and they leave your kids for your brother or your sister, and they said they will take care of them, it is still not the same. Masa.
So yeah, I get a bit, but for today's man, how do you start? How do you make it? What do I have to do? I'm working so hard. I want to be there for the children. And sometimes that is the challenge. You don't even know how to start. So the balance aspect. Where do we start from?
It's a commitment internally here. You make up your mind that I need this time with the kids. It's intentional.
So for instance, must it be a daily something that, now I have to go in for jobs that maybe by 6 p.m. I'll be home? Or my job is so demanding, but I have to ensure that maybe every year I take 1 month, I go on vacation, or maybe every weekend. So I want the practicality of the whole thing.
All right, so this 1 month, 2 weeks vacation are not solutions. You want the consistency. No matter how busy it gets, people negotiate time off, and it's important for them. So one of the things you need to put into your schedule is to have that time off weekly. That, I'm going from Monday, I'm pushing on Saturday. For me, who is a pastor, Sundays are full days. So I try to make very good use of packets of my evenings, and then also on weekends and Sunday after the service when I'm back. So we can be able to spend that time, stay at home, play games, watch movies, there are so many things you can really do. So it's intentional. Don't work the whole year and spend 1 month with your kids traveling somewhere. You would have missed the whole 12 months or 11 months, and you still don't get connected. You see, bonding with people is something that you do. Imagine if you're dating someone, you don't call the person, you don't reach out, you don't connect, and then maybe at the end of the year, so let's spend 2 weeks together in Dubai.
No, you are dating yourself.
You are dating. Do you understand? It never would work.
Yeah.
So it's intentional. See, yes, once again, go after the money, but have it weekly.
Okay.
Block time. And when I say block time, there are things to do. And there will always be things to do.
Yeah.
But you intentionally says, no. On these days, at this time, it's time for me and the family. No work, no phones, just hang out together by yourself, for yourself. These are the things that you can practically. That's why I said that it starts from here.
Yeah.
You make a personal commitment. You don't allow your friends to come in, not your mom, not your dad. It's my time with the kids. And when my kids are on vacation, there are dates that I pick up, I close everything. And they will always tell you, whoever calls, I cannot answer. If they die, I'll resurrect them. In case they choose not to wake up on prayer for resurrection, we'll go to their funeral. We'll bury you.
Yeah.
Because see, no matter what you do, life would question you for not being there for your children. And nobody would be responsible for that. You are. So it starts with your mind. Make up your mind. Yes, you are busy. You are, and see, for me, I even feel when it comes to pastors, their lives are worse. I see people work hard.
Yeah.
I think that one of the most difficult jobs to do is to be a pastor.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, as one, I know what I'm talking about because I work as a professional, but I also have ministry.
Yeah.
So when you look at the demands of the ministry, someone gets an accident at 12 midnight, 1 a.m. They call you and they expect you to show up.
Yes.
If you don't, it has issues.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So there are realities when you talk about people being busy, but that still is not replaced by your responsibility. So one, the commitment from the mind, and then make the time. It's a discipline that you need. So make up the mind and be disciplined to the timing. Don't trade it for anything. If you do, ensure that you pay it back. So if you take their time to do something else, shift something else to ensure that they have that element with you. And those are some of the things you can do. Maybe let me just add a third point.
Sure.
The going away is very important.
Okay.
There are so many things you can do with your kids. So many. With your wife as well. Of course, you need some date nights with your spouse and your partner. It's important. Find someone, babysit them, send them to the grandmas. You need time. Because when kids come in, a lot of things changes. Suddenly the focus is on the kids. That sometimes the error is with both the man or the woman because there's so much. And the kids will never go away until even when they finish uni, they are still hanging around until they get married. So if you don't make time for yourself, you are creating 24 years of no bonding. This is where people begin to find affection outside their relationships. So it's important. Make it a point. Have your we time. Me, I get home late. My kids must be in bed by 8:30. When I get home, my wife is present. We have our bonding.
It be so. Yeah.
So constantly, there is an hour or two you can spend. And it's not just to do it, just have conversations. What's going on? What are the things? Fight a bit, find the answers, find solutions. These are the things that keep the bond going. If you don't have them, trust me, someone will win the heart of your family. It'll be difficult to have them back. Can I add one more thing?
Please
No, add everything.
I want to go back to the honor bit.
It is Father's Day that we are celebrating.
It's Father's Day and it's coming up. I just have this, I say it a lot that I made a statement earlier on that says that no one has an insulation to honor.
Yeah.
There are so many people that are married to men they have never honored. You've never taken your man out. Never. For once, put money together. Ask your man up. Park the car. If you can't drive, hire an Uber. If he chooses to drive, fine. But go put the menu in his hands. Let him choose what he wants to eat and pay for it. I'm saying this. Don't take the money ahead of time like a lot of women do. That when it's your birthday, they will take the money from you to go and buy birthday cake. That's not honor.
Yeah.
They will take the money from you, use it to shop, and say, yay, happy birthday.
You are not an errands girl. You are not an errands girl. You know,
It's
nobody's
not
sending
honor.
you. Yeah.
Pay the price, sacrifice.
Yeah.
You see, I said something, and I'll say it again. This is the third time. No one has an insulation to honor.
That's true.
When the person says that you don't have,
Yeah.
or maybe you have, but you've taken the pain. Women say a lot of things to fly around, and I will always support women everywhere, but sometimes no.
Yeah.
All right? Yes, when it's them, they tell you, so they will do whatever to, but sometimes take a bit of it, of your own money. Get it. Stop buying the socks and the singlet. We are tired.
And handkerchief.
And handkerchiefs.
Boxers,
and towels and boxers.
And deodorant.
Buy an expensive gift that honors a man. Do something that honors the man. You've been married for 30 years. You've never taken your man out. And every day, we are not going out, and we are not ordering anything. Master, stop this selfish thing. Women must rise. It's time to honor men. And I think that we need to be able to do these things.
We promise on our honor that we will do better.
The studio here, the guys are excited. Like
No, we have that. The sermon is over. We can take the offering now. Yeah.
We are taking offering again. The offering that we used to take you out. That's why you are setting a trap for us. We should take offering. And the offering, we will say, let's go and spend it. Then we come back and say that, use your money. Why are you setting a trap for us? We say we have changed. Why? No, but really, it is true. Like, it is very, very true. And I think that every man out there will be happy about what you are saying. Because sometimes, I don't know why, but women spending their own monies, it's like cutting yourself. I understand that. And sometimes it's not like the money.
Women.
Not all. Some of us are very generous. I believe in honor. I love my father very much. I like my children's dad also as well. And I think that it's important for us to appreciate them.
That's
and whether they are responsible or not. I mean, God has given us a certain responsibility.
Yeah.
So I always say that God said, honor your parents, for instance. He did not add whether they took care of you or they didn't take care of you.
It's not part of the
You
equation.
have a certain role to play.
Yeah.
And they
Play
have
yours
this.
and let God deal with them.
That's correct.
So yes, we will do better. Next year, Father's Day, we'll do party for
Yay.
you.
No, I'm not sure it's the party. See,
No, but you see, like you mentioned earlier, sometimes, they also want to, there are those men who also want to step out because you realize, especially in our part of the world where we believe that men are not supposed to show emotions, men are not supposed to do this. So when you're even going through difficulties in your relationship, we expect you to handle it, be a man. I don't think that is
That's
right.
correct.
And you mentioned earlier that we've moved away from past times where we felt the man should sit back and be reading newspapers while the woman goes about do everything. Those times have changed.
That's
so
correct.
I think in our way of also honoring them, we should also step up a little bit.
That's correct.
Let's throw the party and see whether you come or not. So
No, I will be there if you do.
So that we can also have an excuse or we have
A reason to
substantial
say-
reason not to do it again.
See,
but let's do it
That's true.
and then
That's
see
true.
what will happen.
That's so true.
Yeah.
And I tell you, you'll be amazed how many fathers will just appreciate them. See, a lot of men don't get appreciated.
Yeah.
They pay the rent, they pay school fees, they feed their homes, and many times they do all this. No one steps up.
Yeah.
You see, the only day a father really might get a bit of honor is on their birthday. Oh, Daddy, we thank you.
Yeah.
From that day to the next
year.
365 days, nothing else counts. But this man, supplies and provides for the family daily.
Yeah.
But it never
So
comes.
last year, Father's Day, I took my dad out, and I could tell,
How much it meant to
what it meant to him.
Exactly.
So I told him that this afternoon I want us to go out,
Oh,
so
man.
with his grandchildren
bless your
as
heart.
well. And when we got there, he was taking videos, he was doing
And it was
so
not about the
much.
food.
No, it was not
Never.
about the food. He sent the pictures to my mom,
The
to
thoughts,
friends.
The thought,
the
see,
thoughts, the honor.
Me see,
Yeah.
I'll say it again. This is the fourth time. No one has an insulation to
True.
honor.
True.
Honor men.
True, we'll do
And
that.
there is, you see, women and men are different. I keep teaching this. See, I've in HR, I interview people who come and they don't have surnames. So you could meet someone like Abigail Sewa or Hannah Boatima or something.
Yeah.
They don't have surnames. And then you ask, obviously, you can understand that maybe the man was not present. And so, see, No, we have different roles.
Yeah.
You must understand, Adam was not the, Adam was not the person who ate the fruit first. It was Eve. When Eve ate the fruit, nothing happened to humanity.
Yeah.
Nothing. We're fine until Adam took the fruit. Do you ever ask yourself why? Why is it that when you're getting married, they ask, who gives away this woman to be married?
Yeah.
And the women don't wake up.
No, it's the man.
So even if they don't agree for the father to be present, they will go and find an uncle.
Yeah.
Because you
Should
can
be a
never give away your children without a man.
Yeah.
Today, because of what? Feminine masculinity, feminism, all that kind of nonsense that parades around, a lot of people don't put the honor where it has to be. I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone. I'm just dealing with things that needs to.
Yeah.
Do you understand? You see, there is a place that until you let the father take their place, you might see them as useless.
Yeah.
And you will never benefit and enjoy the blessings that comes with fathers.
And this
Benny.
is the word of God.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Reverend,
Thank you for
How do people get in touch with you?
0500 200 944 on WhatsApp, and then also on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Benny or Sadria, you will find me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll do better, won't we?